Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So to get on with today's topic, I wanted to dive a little bit into you know, into something that I'm sure many of you guys have been wondering for the longest time, and I'm sure many of you guys probably know the answer to. Me myself, I might have known the answer to it, but when I share my thought with you guys, so that way you guys can maybe get a general idea from a different perspective of how I think. And one thing that I've been wondering is, why do so many celebrities wear dresses? Has that ever occurred to you? People like Kevin Hart, LeBron James, Martin Lawrence. I mean, the list goes on. It just goes on and on and on. And one thing that I could probably say about it is that it's a humiliation ritual. And I'm sure many of you guys probably know that it's a humiliation ritual. And to dive a little bit deep into it, I wanted to give an example of, let's say, somebody who is in a position of being dominated. You get what I mean? And let me use Kevin Hart as an example.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. For me, I know what they are. They've yet to been challenged, so I don't have to speak on them. I was asked to dribble a basketball on the talk show this morning. I
you look
said no
good
to
doing
that.
it, though.
That's not that that was a dress, but I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. At the end of the day, you got to know that you're a brand. I'm a
Yeah.
brand. You need to protect your brand at all times. When things happen that can possibly affect your brand, your brand can be diminished, and you don't want that to happen. So protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
One thing that I noticed was that Kevin Hart was not as big as he was until he put on the dress on the S&M show.
The new pope is 9-year-old Oscar nominee Kavenjane Wallace.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Kavenjane
And his response to that was, "Oh, I put the dress on because I wanted to."
That's what they all end up saying at the end of the day. Kevin told you he wasn't gonna wear no dress until they offered him the dress, and then he put it on. And what did he say after he wore it? I made my own decision. Duh. But you didn't make it before they brought it up, did you? It's okay.
That's not how that works. Okay? That's not how it works. And I'm gonna go ahead and quote what Cat Williams said. It's that, when has anybody who wore a dress ever failed? Can you name me a celebrities who wore a dress and that celebrity has failed, or he became a meme on the internet, so much so that this celebrities has gone into hiding because he was humiliated? And no, no, you don't see that. Rather we see the opposite of that. What we see is, once they put on the dress, the career just magically happens to take off. And so when Kevin Hart said that he put the dress on because he wanted to, no, 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 that's not true. Because if it was his choice to put on the dress because, quote unquote, he wanted to, you wouldn't have seen a change in his career. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have seen a change in that. I can name you some celebrities that have done some stuff that they wanted to do, right? Because they thought that this was going to make their career go off. Rather, it did the opposite. But a pattern that we see in people who wear dress a lot is that when they put the dress on, the career take off. They become instant celebrities all over the world. They're known everywhere. Now, with that being said, I've also noticed that it's a lot of black men who wear these dresses. A lot of them. Okay. Actually, before I go on, I just remembered the celebrity who wore a dress. Right, Jonathan Matthew. Now he wore a dress, and I've seen some clip of Matthew, of people talking about how somebody who was gonna make it so big in the MCU universe, right, had his own character and all of these things, and we've seen movies that he made, and then all of a sudden He gets in trouble with, you know, one of his girlfriend or wife. I don't know exactly how they were together, but you know, when that situation happened, all of a sudden, his whole career just went down the hill. It just went down the hill. And I think he was an example to some of the people out there to let them know that, hey, if you step out of line, this is what's going to happen to you. It doesn't matter how much money we give you, it doesn't matter the roles that we give you. If we want you to fall, we will make you fall. And it would not be an easy fall. And now look at Jonathan. In fact, when they went to court, right, there was no evidence from his part to prove why he should be found innocent. Rather, all the evidence came from her part to make sure that he is thrown down the gutter, which means that it was all planned. It was coordinated to make sure that he falls. So that's one example that I can give you of a celebrity that put on the dress and he collapsed. But I genuinely believe that he collapsed because they wanted to make an example out of him. Because when he collapsed, it wasn't because he put the dress on. Rather, he collapsed because he, I guess, beat on his girlfriend or wife. Again, I don't know exactly how the relationship is like. So that's one example that I can give you. And and like I said, right, I genuinely believe that it is a form of humiliation, a form of, being dominated, because we know that majority of these celebrities, well, they like to claim that they're not gay, which it can be questioned, you know, because celebrities usually before they make it to the top, they have to go through gates. And when I say gates, not literal gates, but they have to go through other means of celebrities to make it to the top. P. Diddy, for example, if an upcoming rapper wants to make it big and he comes in contact with P. Diddy, well, we all know what goes on at Diddy's party. And so you got to sign a contract. If you want to sign a contract, you're going to have to do some things. You're going to have to bend over backward, literally, in order to get the check, right? And so, yeah, it just never really made a lot of sense to me. Why dress? What can it be anything else? Why dress? Right? And when you really think about it, the dress in of itself is a symbol. Okay? And let me give you an example. We all know that men are stronger than women. We all know that a man is more dominant when it comes to physique. We all know that a man is superior in the sense that he is stronger, faster, and more dominant than a female. And so I believe that they put this guy in a dress not because they're gay, but because they have to be humiliated for their masters. Okay. And the master has to let them know that, hey, I dominate you, I own you. Not that I'm saying that females are being owned, but rather what I'm saying is in the realm of celebrities, when you put on a dress, you are pretty much signing a contract saying, I give my will up for you to use me however you want, and I will say and not say what you want me. That's what I think it is. I can keep going on and on about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here because I like to remind you guys of what's really going on out there, not to get much into depth because I know you guys are also in tuning these things. But a little bit of reminder doesn't hurt. I'll catch you guys up later.